Okay, so the final thing that we're going to look at on the browser is a little feature called the preview player, which is it doesn't load up as the default, so I'm going to show you where to find it. The preview player basically allows you to pre-listen the tracks before loading them into the decks. So if you don't see a player on your screen, you go to Preferences, Browser Details, and click on this box here to show Preview Player. So now to preview a track without having to load it into our decks, we just drag and drop it onto the player and you can hear it playing there. Now to use this player, so it's not actually outputting through your master, you need to assign an output to output preview or output monitor, which you'll find under the output routing in your preferences section. Elsewhere on the browser you can display cover art, which you can activate or deactivate under the preferences as well. So there's an example of a track with cover art. The cover art loads up nicely up there. If you want to go and change how that is actually displayed, we can go in here and again under browser details, show cover art. We'll see where that goes. And you'll see the cover art appears here in the bottom left hand corner. It's up to yourself whether you want it to be there. I prefer to have the bigger window for the browser tree myself, but again, it's entirely up to you. So the final thing that we're going to look at in this video is called a consistency check. Every time you load up Traktor, you can tell Traktor to have a look at your library and tell you if there's any music which has gone missing on your hard drive. For example, sometimes music changes location and Traktor won't know where to look for it. Also, it will tell you if there is any music in your library that needs to be analyzed. So what it does, it runs what's called a consistency check. And to set this up, we go into Preferences. And we go to File Management. We click on Show Consistency Check Report on Startup. So now that I've checked that, I'll just show you what it does. Now it loads up as and when we open Traktor. So I'm going to close down Traktor, load it up again, and here we go. So it's telling me that I have a total of 401 tracks in my library. There's 44 tracks missing. There's 2 tracks not analyzed, no tracks missing stripe, which is good. So there's only 2 tracks to analyze. It's showing me here what the missing tracks are. They're likely tracks that have just moved location or else I've deleted them. And it's also showing me here the tracks which are left to analyze. So going back into the missing tracks, I can relocate any of those missing tracks by going into my Finder, typing in the name there, or I can remove them from the missing list by clicking remove. Really delete the missing tracks from the collection, yes or no. Or I can choose, as in this case, to analyze these tracks and it'll begin analysis for me. So that's just another handy thing. It's worth having there because the last thing that you want is to turn up at a gig, switch on your laptop, and then when you go looking for that track that you're just about to play, get a little exclamation mark icon telling you that the track's not there or it's disappeared. So this will load up every time you switch on Traktor. It'll give you this consistency check report and you'll just be a wee bit more confident in the knowledge that all your music's there and all your tracks have been analysed.